什么是 scatter？ 散开来，对吧 ？scatter 啊 ，scattered。hoard 呢，贮藏、储藏啊，储藏 scatter hoarding。分开储藏什么意思啊？这个窝放点，那个窝放点，一个窝都放点，对吧？好，来，my poor computer。好，来，任丽丽，跟我们说一下讲了什么这篇文章。
Scatter hoarding is when the animal, some types of hoarders scatter their food and hide it in different places and later retrieving them when the food is scarce.
说这定义是什么？什么叫 scatter hoarding？ Translate 什么是 scatter hoarding？ 啥是 scatter hoarding？ 解释一下什么叫 scatter hoarding？What is it？ Come on。Translate that. 来 Come on.你给读出来了，他带你读那些话什么意思呢？Can you translate? Come on. Many animals live in environments where food is plenty during certain times of the year and scarce during other times of the year. 什么意思？好，那我来说一下，很多动物它住在一些环境中，什么样的环境呢？就是说一年中有的时候食物多，有的时候食物就 scarce 了 ，S-C-A-R-C-E scarce 稀缺的、稀少的。就这一年当中，有的时候食物多，有时候食物少，有时候食物少。就说的这个东西。然后 ，in such environments， 在这种环境中呢 ，some animals collect 什么？收集吧，收集 collection 是什么？名词的收集。有时候还能表示什么？集锦啊，一个人什么叫集锦啊？比如说这个刘德华的歌曲集的集锦啊，你可以说他的 songs 的 collection 啊。好，那么他这个有的他们收集和 prepares food when it is plentiful。当食物 plentiful 的时候，他们会干什么？收集并且准备食物啊。They hoard it。你看他怕你 hoard 不明白，他给你写了个 store， 你应该知道叫储藏。所以托福中碰到一个词不明白，不要着急，往后看，后面可能就有同义词改写。他们会储藏食物 for future use， 为了未来的使用。Some types of hoarders， 有一些这个储藏者他们怎么样呢 ？Engage in scatter hoarding。什么是 engage in？ 参与到什么当中去，对吧？和做什么事儿？他们做 scatter hoarding， 他们做的是什么？分散储存。好。Unlike other types of hoarders, scatter hoarders do not store the food all in one place. 这种分散储藏者，他们不把食物全藏一个地儿Instead, they scatter it. 他们把食物打散开来 ，divide it up and hide it in many different places. 分开并把食物放在不同的地儿储存。Later, at a time when food is scarce, 后来呢，当这个食物不多的时候食物很稀缺的时候，他们怎么样呢？这些东西，他们这些 hoarders， 他们就 return to those hiding places， 返回那些藏食物的地儿，并且怎么样 recover the food， 找回这些食物。就说了这些信息。来，我现在放听力我们说过第4题的听力是什么？是对这个小文章，刚才这个很精炼的小文章的什么一个诠释，之中会给你 examples， detailed examples 去 illustrate 这个小 passage。 OK，illustrate 叫举例说明。好，我要
Now
换题目。
listen to part of a lecture on this topic in a biology class.
Okay, so we sometimes see this with animals that live in parts of the world where it gets very cold in the winter. For example, in the northeastern United States, there's a species of squirrel that does this. This squirrel, like many species of squirrel, loves to eat nuts. Nuts are one of its primary sources of food. Now, nuts are very difficult to find in the winter, but in the autumn, they're lying all over the place, because that's when they fall from the trees. So, what this squirrel does is, in the autumn, it spends a lot of time finding nuts. After it finds a nut, it prepares it. It takes off the outer shell and cleans it. This preparation may in some way help preserve the nut or may make it easier to eat later on. The squirrel then digs a little hole in the ground and buries the nut. In one autumn, this squirrel may bury hundreds of nuts. But it doesn't just dig a big hole and put all the nuts in it and cover them up. No, it digs hundreds of holes all over the place, and it puts just one nut in each hole. Now, why would it do that? Well, probably primarily because even if other animals happen to find some of the holes, some of the nuts, the squirrel will still have a lot of other holes with nuts in them, so it'll still have enough food to survive the winter.
Now listen to part of a lecture on this topic in a biology
好嘞
class.
Okay, so we sometimes
听明白了吗 ？OK， 好，来准备答案。这个咱们说过怎么讲，也是前20后40的划分。前20秒讲听力讲阅读中说了什么，就我刚刚读那个小文章，高度浓缩一下。20秒，然后中间过渡句啊，在听力中，这个教授用了一个什么 squirrel 的小松鼠的一个什么的例子去 illustrate 或者是去 explain 这个 concept， 然后开始讲这个 squirrel 怎么样，讲40秒。哎，20、40的划分。考试中你们有30秒准备这道题。题目是，我给你们放题目。
Explain how the example from the professor's lecture illustrates the practice of scatter hoarding.
Please prepare your answer after the beep.
准备。好，来，水准备好了。Come on， 哎，总要有第一个人。Come on， 你看啥？准备好了就开始啊！谁举好，谁准备好谁举手。来，郝文博。No。
According to the passage, scatter hoarding is a way of hoarding that hide different food in many different hide the food in many different places.
很好。
After finishing hiding, they will when they don't have food, they will find the food in different places.
They will go to the hiding place
go to the hiding place
to
find the food
啊，原文用了这么个词 recover，
or recover
找到很好。
recover the food. In the listening, the professor provide an example. There is an animal. There is a squirrel.
Squirrel.
Which likes eat nuts very much.
Which enjoys eating nuts.
Enjoy eating nuts very much. They find the nut in autumn and put the nut and hide the nuts in many different places to avoid some other animals find the nuts find all the nuts one time. So during the winter, the squirrel will find all the nuts in different places and eat it. Eat them. That is called scatter hoarding.
Yeah, this is how the professor explained.
Explain scatter hoarding.
好，1分钟时间来，1 minute。预备，起，开始。
According to the passage, scatter hoarding is a way of hoarding that hide different food has food in many different places. When they don't have food to eat, they will recover the food in different places. In the listening, the professor illustrates scatter hoarding. There is a squirrel which like to eat not very much. The squirrel finds nuts in autumn and hide it in many different places to avoid some other animals find all the nuts one time. So during the winter, they will find the nuts in different places and eat them all. This is how the professor explained scatter hoarding.